All right, good evening, everyone. This is Jessica from Madness to Miracle, and I'm going to try to get through this in 3 minutes. But I was just sitting here watching this on TV, just little peaceful nature animals and stuff, and I was thinking about how I'm surrounded by prey animals. We got the birds, the squirrels, the rabbits, the moose, my chickens, things like that. And it's like when you're around prey animals, wild animals that are prey animals, you see how skittish they are. You just see how, oh my gosh, they are just on alert. And I feel like that's how a lot of people are. And I feel like that's how we've been, for a long time. And just from the time we were, little and stuff, just growing up and all kinds of stuff. And so I was thinking, how can I relate my relationship to God, and how do we relate our relationship to God and get people to trust someone that just seems really too good to be true. And when we've been brought up in such chaos and such broken foundations, where even if our parents were, just completely off, then you're not going to be able to trust the character of God. And so I want to read Romans 10:14-15 that says, "But how can they call on him to save them unless they believe in him? And how can they believe in him if they have never heard about him? And how can they hear about him unless someone tells them? And how will anyone go and tell them without being sent? That is why the scriptures say, 'How beautiful are the feet of messengers who bring good news.'" And so I believe someone can relate to all of our stories. And I truly believe that the only way people are going to believe other people or believe God is one of the ways is just by seeing the transformed lives of other people that are kind of like them or have been through similar situations. And God works through us. He works through our experiences, and he knows that other people are going to be able to relate to us in some way, shape, or form. And so on my next short, I want to start talking about the character attributes of God and getting into explaining those, because that just helped me trust God so much. All right, bye.